I was a part of the Promise program, which has really grown by leaps and bounds since then. They all signed us up for the same class as this freshman group, and I kind of focused on two other individuals. One of them, her name was Macrina Linares, and the other one was David Backus. We kind of turned into the Three Musketeers at that point, but the opportunity here at U of H, not just on the engineering side and what that would mean for me and my career, but what it could mean as far as personal relationships. Macrina is now my wife, and Dave is my best friend, and he was the best man at our wedding. The Cullen College of Engineering, even back then, was incredible. Graduated in June of 2000, and in July, I was working in the field for Schneider Oilfield Services as a field engineer. And then that transitioned into an over 2-decade-long career there with Schlumberger, doing everything from marketing and business analyst to a recruiter, lead trainer. I was in the engineering, manufacturing, and sustaining organization. And at the very end there, I was in their IT department as a product owner. So now I am very active in the markets. I'm a full-time day trader. So in 2010, I was a recruiter for Schlumberger. I reached out to the Engineering Alumni Association at the time and said, hey, look, I'm recruiting, but I want to make sure if you guys have events and you got students, that we can have our presence known. So when we come for the career fair, I'll have the longest line in the show. About a week goes by and I get an email, and then I get a call from Cynthia Oliver Coleman. And she says, we can help you be involved with your company to help recruit here. She's like, but I'm more interested in you being able to help out U of H. And at that point, the light kind of turned on and went, yeah, I think she's right. I had never really thought about it that way. And so fast forward another year, they asked me to be president. And then I started to really internalize, there are kids here who could use my help, not just as a recruiter, but as a U of H engineering graduate who had gone through what they're going to go through right now. And then this is where a couple years later, my wife and I wanted to be able to make and help make decisions, be part of the conversation about where does engineering go and where does U of H as a whole go. These kind of things led us to then not only be on the board, but for me to run and be the committee chair for the UHAA Gala, and then to kind of start looking at tailgates because the amount of traffic that we get there. And then I got the call from Dean Joe Tedesco. It's like, hey, I want you to be on my advisory board for Cullen. And I was humbled, right? This is where the conversations and the direction of that college really happened. Service is a part of my being. It took me a little while to realize it. I had always done it, but service for me was and continues to be my love language. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and joining us this evening. I'd like to thank my mom for challenging me, for protecting me. I'd also like to thank my wife and my best friend. I'd like to thank anybody that has ever helped me. I don't do the volunteering in a vacuum, and I've never done it by myself. So for those of you that are here now, and those of you in the future, for helping me help other people.